What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about one of the most respected traits in anime history. No, it's not the power of friendship. It's not about how fast you can eat ramen. We are talking about having that dog in you. We're breaking down the definition of not ducking a fade. Now, for the uninitiated, ducking a fade means backing down from a challenge. It's running away when the odds are against you. It's seeing the main villain show up and suddenly remembering you left the stove on at home. But when a character doesn't duck a fade, that means they are ready to throw hands. They don't care how many power levels you have. They don't care that you're a literal god from the 7th dimension. They are pulling up and they are standing on business. This isn't about winning. Sometimes, not ducking a fade means getting absolutely washed, but still having the heart to stand back up and ask for round 2. We're counting down the top 10 moments in anime that define this warrior spirit. But before we dive in, do me a huge favor. If you love a protagonist who chooses violence every single day, leave a like on this video right now. It really helps the algorithm know that we are not ducking the YouTube fade. And tell me in the comments down below, which anime character do you think has the least amount of self-preservation instinct? Alright, let's get into it. Number 10. Yuji Itadori vs Mahito, Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, to start us off, we have a character who seems like he hasn't had a peaceful day since the show started. Yuji Itadori has seen things. Traumatic things. And a lot of those things are because of Mahito.
Itadori, みんなに伝えて、悪くなかった。
At this point in the Shibuya arc, Yuji has lost everything. He's mentally broken. He's physically exhausted. And who is standing right in front of him, laughing? The literal embodiment of his suffering, Mahito. The logical thing to do here: break down, run away, let Gojo handle it. But Yuji? He doesn't have it in him. Did you see that look in his eyes? That wasn't fear. That was a shift in priority. He accepted that he wasn't there to save the day anymore. He was there to make sure Mahito didn't breathe anymore.
Accepted. I am you. I really wanted to reject you. Wanted to pretend I didn't understand what you said. But that's different now. I'll just kill you. And if you're ever reborn again as a new curse, I'll kill you then too. Change your name and appearance, I'll still kill you again and again. I don't need meaning or a reason anymore. And I'm sure that I'm just one giant cog in the wheel. And I'll keep on killing curses until I rust away. Because that seems to be my role in this war.
A solid entry to start the list. Number 9. Zoro challenges Mihawk, One Piece. Number 9 takes us back to the early days. The East Blue, where everyone's bounty was still in the pocket change range. We had this guy named Roronoa Zoro. His goal? Become the greatest swordsman in the world. He's pretty good. He's got 3 swords. Pretty cool. Then, out of nowhere, the actual, literal, current best swordsman in the world appears. Dracul, I cut galleons for fun, Mihawk. Mihawk is at level 100. Zoro is at, like, level 15. This isn't just a gap in power, it's a geological fault line. Zoro has every reason in the world to step back. His friends are telling him to stop. His own logic has to be telling him this is a terrible idea. But look at what happens. Man, this scene still gives me chills. The man Mihawk is apologizing as he stabs him. He knows he's playing with his food. But Zoro, he doesn't back up. When that sword is about to pierce his heart, he stays put. Why? Because backing up means his dream is dead. He looked death in the eyes and said, "A wound on the back is a swordsman's shame." This is the definition of stand on business. This isn't just not ducking a fade. It's walking into the fade when you know the fade is a lightsaber and you are a stick of butter. Iconic. Number 8. Levi Ackerman vs. Beast Titan. Attack on Titan. For number 8, we need a tactical fade. Sometimes you're not ducking a fight, you are strategically positioning yourself into the fight. This moment in the Shiganshina arc is one of the tensest in the whole series. The scouts are cornered. The Beast Titan Zeke is just throwing rocks and turning soldiers into red mist. The strategy the commander comes up with: a suicide charge to create a distraction. This whole moment is designed around giving Levi Ackerman one shot. He knows the entire mission depends on him. If he fails, everyone died for nothing. And who is he up against? A 17-meter-tall primate who thinks he's a baseball pitcher. Levi doesn't have time to doubt. He doesn't have time for fear. He has a promise to keep to Erwin, and that is to kill the beast. This was a beautiful fade. Levi took that primate and turned him into a sushi platter. He diced him up so fast, Zeke didn't even have time to finish his sentence. This is the calculated fade. It wasn't an emotional outburst, it was a cold, hard, promise-driven assassination. When Levi makes a promise, he does not duck. Number 7. Vegeta challenges Frieza, Dragon Ball Z.
It pains me to see you like this, Vegeta.
Okay, you can't have a list about fighting without the Prince of Saiyans. If there is a most likely to pull up to a fight he can't win award, Vegeta has a cabinet full of them. This specific moment takes us to Namek. The Frieza saga. Frieza is the biggest threat the universe has ever known. This guy destroys planets for fun and enslaves entire populations. And he just revealed that he has a transformation. The smart play? Get to the ship. Leave Namek. This is too much. This transformation is uncharted territory. The Scouters would be blowing up if they could even read this high. Even his Saiyan ego has to be shaking. But Vegeta? He looks at the ultimate nightmare fuel and smiles. Look, we all know how this went down. Vegeta got absolutely dismantled. He spent half this saga crying. But that's the point. Not ducking a fade isn't about winning. It's about the spirit. Vegeta's Saiyan pride would not allow him to stand by while a tyrant powered up. He decided to take his shot, even if that shot was like trying to punch a brick wall with a wet noodle. His pride is his power, and his pride does not allow him to run. Respect. Number 6. Naruto vs. Pain, Naruto Shippuden.
No pain.
Do you hate me now?
This is a moment that changed the anime world. It's number 6. The Leaf Village is gone. It's a literal crater in the ground. The threat level is at Apocalypse. The leader of the Akatsuki, Pain, is standing at the center of the destruction, looking absolutely invincible. Nobody can beat this guy. He killed the Toad Sage. He killed, well, almost everyone. Look at this reveal. Naruto has been training with toads. He's got new drip. He's got eyeliner. He looks different. He doesn't look like the loud kid who wanted respect anymore. He looks like a hero. He pulls up to the smoldering ruins of his entire life, sees the man responsible, and doesn't flinch. He is locked in. This wasn't just a fade. This was a, I am here to balance the books fight. Naruto wasn't just defending himself. He was taking on the weight of the entire village's grief and anger. Standing in that crater looking at Pain and declaring, I'm not going to run away? This is the fade you take when you are the leader of a generation. Legendary. Number 5. Luffy versus the 3 Admirals, One Piece. Alright, we're in the top 5. This is where things get truly unhinged. This entry is from the I think this character is actual suicidal file. It's the Marineford War. The greatest collection of power One Piece has ever seen is in one location. Luffy is not strong enough to be here. He's just a kid in a rubber body trying to save his brother. He's running across the ice, fighting nameless marine fodder, and then the final hurdle appears. This is the moment any logical person, any strategist, anyone with a brain would stop. 1 admiral is a threat to the world. 3 of them, sitting on their thrones. This is a level of power that Luffy has never encountered. This is like a kitten deciding to fight 3 lions. And look at this absolute maniac's face. HE didn't even hesitate. The guy looked at the equivalent of 3 nukes and said, alright, guess I'm just gonna have to bounce over them. That is not ducking a fade, that is completely ignoring the fact that a fade exists. Luffy's willpower is so massive he doesn't have room for common sense. His desire to save Ace outweighed his own biological imperative to stay alive. A Hall of Fame level fade. Number 4. Gon's Vow and Transformation vs Pitou, Hunter x Hunter.
Enough. I don't care what happens to me now. I'm gonna kill you! Terpsichora! Rock.
Right. Made sure to finish it, just like you taught me. Hi, Kilo.
We have reached number 4. And this is a very different kind of not ducking a fade. This is a tragic fade. Gon Freaks is the quintessential happy shonen protagonist. But throughout the Chimera Ant arc, we watch his smile slowly disappear. He has been waiting to fight Nefer Pitou, the royal guard who killed his mentor, Kite. He's been holding on to hope that Kite could be saved. The truth breaks him. He realizes he can't save his friend. He realizes the world is cruel. In this moment, Gon is no longer a child. The fate he decides to take is not just a fight, it's a bargain. He makes a vow to surrender his entire life and potential, right then and there, just to gain enough power to kill the being in front of him. That wasn't just a fade, that was an execution. Gon looked at Pitou and said, "I don't care about tomorrow, as long as I get this fight today." He willingly destroyed himself to make sure his target got their punishment. This is the dark, heavy version of a warrior's spirit. He did not duck, he dived headfirst into the abyss, and took his opponent with him. It's brutal, beautiful, and absolutely defining of this concept. Number 3. Rock Lee unleashes the Drunken Fist, Naruto. Alright, back to business. This fade is less tragic and more just purely chaotic. This is the Sasuke retrieval arc. Team Shikamaru is getting absolutely clowned on by the Sound 4. Rock Lee has just recovered from a career-ending injury. He's not supposed to be fighting, but he runs to help. Kimimaro is a serious problem. This guy has bone manipulation. He's a tactical genius. Lee is just a taijutsu specialist. And then, a crucial detail is revealed. On his way out of the hospital, Lee grabbed what he thought was medicine. But it was actually a flask of sake. Look at that! His fighting style became completely unpredictable, because he didn't know what he was doing himself. He was too drunk to care about the bones stabbing him. He was just vibing and throwing hands from the weirdest angles. This is not ducking a fade, because you are literally too intoxicated to find the exit door. Lee turned into a drunken tornado and forced Kimimaro into a tactical retreat. This fade is legendary for its chaos. I love it. Number 2. Goku's Ultra Instinct Challenge, DB Super. Number 2 is the Ultimate Warrior's response. Goku looked at the strongest being in all of existence, Jiren, and instead of giving up, his body just bypassed his conscious thought and decided to fight at the peak of martial arts. He didn't duck the fade, he became the fade. Jiren was the boulder, and Goku decided to be the ocean that eroded it. Number 1. Escanor vs. Esterossa, 7 Deadly Sins.
Because he's the most powerful man in the 7 deadly sins.
What's wrong? Did you find something down there on the ground?
I just can't get enough of the outside world.
This is the kind of fight I've been waiting for.
Respect to you for getting serious and not holding back. I will do you the courtesy of the same. Cruel Sun!
The impressive attack. I really felt it. Alright. I think it's time to settle this. Alright, Blackout. My darkness just swallowed up that son of yours. In terms of magical powers, I clearly have the upper hand. It's over! Full counter!
My attacks have no effect on you? Who decided that?
And the undisputed number 1. Escanor. The lion's sin of pride. Esterossa is the commandment of love. Anyone who stands before him with hatred cannot move. No one can attack him. Everyone is frozen by their own hatred. Esterossa asks, "Why do my precepts not work on you?" And Escanor, the living embodiment of not ducking a fade, looks at a literal archangel/demon hybrid and says,
Why should I bear any hatred towards someone who's obviously weaker than myself?
What's this? The commandment doesn't work on him?
Of course it doesn't.
How very prideful.
That's exactly who I am. As of this moment, you're face to face with Escanor, the lion's sin of pride.
And that's our list. 10 moments where an anime character said, "Nah, I'd fight." From the comedic drunks to the tragic figures, these characters prove that having that dog in you is the most important skill in anime. What do you think? Did we get the order right? Did we miss your favorite never backed down moment? Tell me in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey into the warrior's spirit, please hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you never miss another video. We've got tons more character deep dives and top lists coming your way. So stay tuned and remember, don't ever duck the fade.